Hi, this is video number 2 in the series on RoboAnalyzer based online competition. Okay, so we'll be covering forward kinematics of a planar 2R manipulator using analytical method, and this is part of RoboAnalyzer based online competition ROC. So let us get started. So in the series 1 I had very briefly gave an overview of forward kinematics and inverse kinematics. So now we'll be looking at individual robots. So we deal with FKIN, stands for forward kinematics of 2R planar manipulator. Okay, so before we start off with a 2R planar manipulator, let me just give you some very quick overview of some fundamental mathematics. So if you have a coordinate system like this in two-dimensional space, if I have any point here, say P, it can be represented using a vector like this. Okay, so I can write OP vector as a component like this and a component in the vertical direction. So let me call this as point A. So I can write it as OA vector and AP vector. Okay, now if this point P has coordinates xy, or let me put that as if this distance is say px, and if this distance, the vertical distance, is say py, which is basically nothing but x and y. Okay, so OP vector can be written as px along I hat, where I is the unit vector along x-axis, plus py along j hat, where j hat is the unit vector along the y-axis, x-axis and y-axis. Okay, we can also write this as px py in a column vector format. So in robotics also we use this column vector format extensively. Okay, now this OP vector can also be written in terms of another set of variables. We'll call this the length OP, the magnitude of OP vector, we'll call it as a scalar r, and the angle POA is angle theta. Okay, theta is always measured with respect to positive x axis or positive horizontal line. This is a very important assumption we make, because we want our mathematical model to follow this all the time. Okay, now px and py can also be written as px component is basically r of cos theta, r into cos theta. So this is nothing but cos theta is px upon r, adjacent upon hypotenuse. Similarly, we can also write py as r into sin theta. So these terms are going to be used by us. So OP vector, I can now write it as px py as r cos theta and r sin theta. So this nomenclature is going to be same irrespective of where our point is, if it is in the second quadrant, or if it is in the third quadrant, or if it is in the fourth quadrant. As long as you measure the angle with respect to the positive x-axis, you don't have to worry about positive negative sign here, because if you remember ASTC rule, so all these positive and negative signs of the OP vector, that is px and py components, will be taken care of when we do this r cos theta, r sin theta. And this is the fundamental thing that we are going to use in the forward kinematics of our robots. Yeah, so this is the fourth quadrant, third quadrant, and above was second quadrant. Okay, now if I have a simple robot, let's assume I have a 1R robot. Okay, 1R stands for one revolute joint. So there is a robotic arm like this. And if I have xy coordinate, and if this length, let us give length as a1, and the inclination with respect to the horizontal is theta 1. So the point P, which is having px and py, this is basically the same thing as above. If I want to know px and py, px is a1 cos theta 1, which I can write it as a1 c theta 1. So cos we are just writing with c to simplify or to have easier representation. Similarly, py is a1 sin theta 1 equal to a1 s theta 1. So this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Okay, now what is forward kinematics? Forward kinematics is if we know theta 1, determine px and py. So this is what it is. Okay, what is Aikin? If we know px and py, determine theta 1. How do we do it? So basically you can use equation 2 upon equation 1, which will give you tan theta basically, which is not a very novel way of doing. Instead of that, we use a concept known as a tan 2 function. Maybe later when we go to inverse kinematics, I'll explain this term. Okay, so let us proceed further with forward kinematics of 2R robot of planar 2R manipulator. So we are going to extend the concept that we have learned for 1R robot. So we'll have a coordinate frame. This is fixed to the ground, and let us take the first link, which is like this. This is plane, so that means this link can move on the xy plane. It can start rotating like this. Okay, revolute joint. So this revolute joint is with respect to the ground. So there is a revolute joint. That means the orange link can rotate with respect to the white link about this axis like this. Okay, similarly I'll have another link in this fashion. Okay, now obviously there will be one more joint here, so I'll call it as a revolute joint there. Okay, so we can start putting link numbers. So this is link number 0, ground. The orange one, let me call it as link number 1, and the yellow one I'll call it as link number 2. And these points I'll call it as OA, and the tip of this I'll call it as B, the tip point. Okay, so this is a 2R planar manipulator where there is a relative rotation here between R0 1, between 0th link and 1th link, first link. There is a revolute joint between 1 and 2. Relative rotation is possible between them. Okay. Now the same whatever we have done, we can represent as skeleton diagram to simplify our modeling. So I'll just draw lines like this, and the second one will go somewhere there, and that is the point B. O A B. And this length, let us give it a name. We'll call it as A1, and the length of the yellow link so this length we'll call it as A2. Okay. Now the inclination of the first link, orange link, with respect to horizontal, we'll call it as theta 1. And what do we do is we extend this orange link slightly. Imagine there is an imaginary extension of it, and the relative angle with respect to the previous link, so we'll call this as theta 2. Okay, so theta 1 is inclination of link number 1 with respect to link number 0. Theta 2 is inclination inclination within bracket, let me write relative, of link number 2 with respect to link number 1. Okay, now we will look at the kinematics. Kinematic means we should be able to represent the coordinate of point B, coordinate of point B as a function of joint angles theta 1 and theta 2. So what do? We basically have something known as geometric model. That is what it means, geometric model. Okay, so this is what it is. So I want to reach point B. Let me copy this because I would require it again below. Copy, paste. I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so now let us try to get the relationship. So I'm going to draw some vertical line below here, and similarly I'll have to draw projection of point B below. Similarly I'll have projection of A along the y-axis and the projection of B along the y-axis. Okay, so I'm going to call this as A prime and B prime, these points. Similarly here I'll call it as A double prime and B double prime. Okay, now if I connect a vector from O to B, this vector OB will have two coordinates, that is OB prime along x-axis and B prime B double prime along y-axis, which is also same as B prime B double prime will be same as OB double prime. OB prime and OB double prime. Okay, which is also same as OA prime plus A prime B. OA prime plus A prime B prime, this distance. Okay, which the y component will be OA double prime plus A double prime B double prime, double prime B double prime. Okay, now what are these values? OA prime, if you remember the earlier step, so OA prime will be basically A1 cos theta 1, A1 cos theta 1. This OA prime, this distance is A1 cos theta 1. Okay, now what is A prime B prime? So this distance A prime B prime, here this will be theta 1 because you have extended this orange line with respect to the horizontal. This is theta 1 and then we have theta 2. So A prime B prime will be A2 cos of this whole angle theta 1 plus theta 2. So this will become A2 into cos of theta 1 plus theta 2. Similarly, the y part, OA double prime is this distance. This distance is nothing but A1 sine theta 1, A1 sine theta 1 plus A prime B double prime B double prime is this distance, which is again sine of theta 1 plus theta 2 into A2. A2 into sine of theta 1 plus theta 2. Okay, so ultimately what do we have now? We have bx, by, the coordinates of point B can be written as A1 c theta 1 plus A2 cos of theta 1 plus theta 2. Similarly, the y component is sine of theta 1 plus A2 into sine of theta 1 plus theta 2. Okay, so that is what is forward kinematics. For given theta 1 and theta 2, determine bx and by. This is nothing but f kin. Okay, so in the next video we'll look at how to formulate or how to write MATLAB program to determine these expressions. Thank you.